Are you talking about my age? Yup. Look at me. I was born in 1970. Look at me good. So if you want to talk about I'm old and call me out, look at me. I love you too, Kevin. Thank you. Hey, you sure can't call my guest today old either. Because if we old, we aging like fine wine. Ain't that right, Mr. Blender?
Greetings in the name of the Almighty,
Emperor
Haile King Selassie I, who make all things possible. Give thanks and praise to having me, you know?
Look, you see what I'm saying? This man aged like fine wine. Look at him good. Look at that skin. That's cocoa butter. That's shea butter. That's good food. That's good eating. That's healthy living tea. Right, Mr. Blender? You must eat good. You have some healthy habits. You got to, because you look super good right about now. Yeah.
A lot of water and vegetables, you know?
Oh, see, I told them. I was trying to tell them that. They was mad at me. I told them to leave the cow skins and the cow cods alone, but they ain't want to hear me. You know, I said fruits and veggies is the way to go. Right, Mr. Blender?
Of course. Just like that.
Yeah, now you've been in this business for quite some time. So you've seen a lot of stars come. You've seen a lot of stars go. What do you think is the common denominator between the artists that have been able to withstand the test of time? What is it about a certain group of you artists that no matter how many years go by, you're still in demand? People still want to see you perform. Is it just the hits or is there something else?
They want no. We practice some preach, you know, and the people them know that, you know, them know say Everton Blender is real. Yeah. You know, and we try our best. We are not gonna say that we are perfect. Yeah. But we love poor people and we love the kids, we love the children, you know. Yeah. Trust me, if I have my last in my pocket, I can remember when I was driving through Spanish Town, and there was a lot of youths selling on the train line. Yeah. If I can't buy from every one of them, I don't stop, you know.
Oh, yeah, because you feel away, right? You feel like, yeah, I know that kind of energy. But that's also a difficult energy to have because a lot of times people don't realize the pressure that are on artists. You know, a lot of times where the government fails, it's our artists where they pick up the slack for communities, whether it be holding treats for the school kids back to school or just helping out whoever the neighborhood monarch is to make sure they can continue to feed the community. Can you speak about that part of entertainers' lives? Because entertainers really do a lot for community for the most part.
Yeah, man, because where I'm living in Clarendon, I do a lot for the children, you know, ice cream and thing, and the school. But it's a good while now since I don't do anything for them because you know the thing, the pressure and the fight and them thing there, them don't want us to give the people them anything. They want us to suffer the artists because first and for all, when I sing the song Get Up People song, a man come to me and say, if me not sing song for them too. So I say, I don't understand you.
What does that mean?
Say, you're not singing song for the rich too. So I say, then if me for go sing song for the rich, no, we're not going to sing, say, rice and peas and oxtail and as we say, cow foot and champagne and
all and them things, yeah.
You know, yeah, I'm not going to get to sing. So I forgot to deal with the poor. So them have a lot of things to say to me, and I have a lot of things to sing for them. Yeah. So, you know.
How important, you've seen it. How important is it to choose what type of music you listen to on the majority? How important is what music you listen to the shape of a person you become?
Well, right now I can tell you, I was in what's the name of the place again? I think it was in Amsterdam or somewhere there. I was doing a show there.
Yeah.
And while doing the show, when I finished work, I was sweating all over because I work about 2 hours on the stage. So
nice.
I need to go back to the bus now to change my clothes and put on some dry clothes.
Yeah.
Here comes a virgin running me down. Mr. Blaine, I want to talk to you. And my tell said the place cool, you know, man. The place cool. So I said to myself, what a brother you could have want to come talk to me for now after me want to change up my clothes.
Yeah.
So I said, Mr. Blaine, I need to talk to you. And he said, Ja, I'm going to stop on your saying, but I must have a next show
And I'm cold.
The next at the time cold, so don't let me catch any cold. And you know, me relax myself and said, so what you want to see me for, man? And he looked at me and he said, Everton Blender, you don't know what you do for me, you know. I was gonna lose my family because I wasn't working and things was stressing, and my wife was gonna take away the kids from me and leave me stranded.
Yeah.
So I was walking on the road and I hear your song, Lift Up Your Head and Hold It Up High.
Mm-hmm.
And when I hear the song on the radio, I have like him not say him have $5 in his pocket.
Yeah.
And him say I was stopping at the store and buy some lotto number. Because by hearing the song, him feel free.
Free, yep.
And he went to buy the lotto number and he won the lotto.
Wow. Did he give you any of the money? Did he give you any of the money?
No. He said to me, Linda, I want you to know my house, man. I want you to know my car, man. Because it's you make this thing possible. And I tell him, I couldn't get fit to come at that time. So when him hear me name and some promotion over there again, you know, he can come and link me and I will come home and cook some Jamaican food for him. And he smiles. And he smiles, you know, he smiles and he feels good in himself. And he said, I'm so sorry, man. I know you're sweating and I'm so sorry but I have to tell you this, guy. I don't know when I would see you again. And so okay, it's all right, man. And then I'm just going to the bus, change my clothes, and I feel I, and myself, we're I from man, you know, we are in the most I family. We are in the most I family. So you know we're I already, but we feel
exactly. It's a euphoric feeling to know that something you did change someone's life. Like, you know, it's like that little thing. When you go in a booth, a lot of times you just have a feeling for a song, so you get the song out. But it's that feeling that connects with somebody else and it changes their life. I know tons of songs that changed my life, that much for sure. You know what I mean? Yeah. What was your favorite part so far of your career? You've had a tremendous career, an amazing career. You've performed in front of audiences with numbers uncountable. You've performed with numerous artists throughout the time, decades. We're talking about decades of a career. But is there any monumental moment that sticks out in your mind that made you go, I made the right choice in life? This is what I was destined to do.
Well, right now, music is my life.
Yeah.
And, you know, music inspired me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And to know that music is singing good songs that could livicate people's mind. Yeah. You know, you feel good within yourself to know that all these things is great and all these things are wonderful. And I can remember I did a show in in Germany.
Yeah.
And believe me, man, the people them were so tremendous. The people them love me like crazy, man. They said, trust me, the people them get under my skin, man. Hey, I sign autographs till my hands them
weak.
You know, enough man say, hey, you're so too long, man. Come on. You say, nah, man.
No.
Them people are fans.
Yeah.
You know, them turn AC now. They are air conditioned now. They are not fans anymore.
Next level.
Next level. So, you know, trust me. People, they are the ones, because if you keep in a show and no one doesn't turn up, who is the star? They are the star.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be the star. So if you, without the support and such people, who is nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
I love that.
That's the way it goes.
I love that. That is a food for thought, especially for, you know, new generations coming into this business. I mean, yes, be creative, be who you are, be authentically you, because just like you heard Mr. Blender just said, you know, he's always been him. He practiced what he preaches. But your fans, you have to pay attention to your fans, you know, so every movement you do, just know that your fans are watching. So, yeah, that's a factor in all things. Give them love.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the way it goes, because people watch you on the road, you know. They watch how you live, you know. And they watch how you move, you know. I can remember one time I was driving through Artiste.
Yeah.
And this little old lady, she on the sidewalk want to cross. And nobody not stopping.
Yeah.
So I say, yeah, me police have to go lock me up, you know. So I'm just stopping in the middle of the road, you know.
Yes.
And everybody start blowing. Hey, come on, we are going to the car.
Oh, well.
We just go across the street, hold grandma by her hand.
Yes.
And cross grandma. And then you hear the whole of them, oh, for the blender, we love that.
Yeah, all of a sudden it switch up.
Yeah, and You know, when I crossed her on the other side, she looked at me and she said, God bless you, my son. So all these things, you know, all these things from the older people bless me up, you know.
Yeah.
Trust me.
We need more of this type of thing. We've become a world where everybody wants to embolden everything wrong with us, and they don't want to continue the traditions of everything that was right with us. Stuff like that, having manners for the older people, you know, looking out for them and stuff like that is not stuff you see as much as you used to. You know what I mean? We live in a generation where the young people are like, oh, man, I for sure know elder nothing. After them, they show me nothing. It's a weird world. How do you think we can get back to some of the roots of the culture, the greatest parts of what it meant to be a Jamaican?
Well, yeah, the first thing I have to say. They needed to start playing back Everton blender songs and most culture songs. Instead of them wait until when violence take over, they started to play culture. Yeah. Because I have some songs right now where needed to start to play. Yeah. And they are not playing them. I don't know if they don't get them. I have a song right now named, I do it a couple years ago, but it come like a brand new, not to get any recognition. I have a song named Earth I Run Red, oh yeah, nobody no business. Mm-hmm. The words that Marcus Garvey said, look like nobody no business. Mm-hmm. You no have no roof over your head. Oh yeah, nobody no business. Look how the youths them under fed. Nobody no business. Them no have no loyalty. Mm-hmm. Them share the food with partiality. Mm-hmm. Who no be no van and who no get no want. That's what them say. When them want eat off all the cake. So this is true, them not dealing with things right, and them want eat off all the cake, because the cake is big enough.
It is.
The cake is big. Every man can get a slice, even the youth.
What I would say to that though, and I like to tell a lot of my veteran artists this, we live in a different time, and a lot of times our older generation are used to doing things the way we're used to doing it. Like, you know, when we used to drop a song, how it used to circulate. It's a very different time. So I think our generation also needs to get a better handle on social media and the way we market what we do now. Unfortunately, it's just the way the world is moving. So a lot of DJs might have picked it up a lot more if they did know or see more. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're Everton Blender. You are who you are, and nobody can't take that. There's only one. You hear the name, you hear the voice, you know who it is. You're very identifiable, sir. You know what I mean?
I'm going to share something, Nikki.
Yes.
You see, I don't know if it's the time that I born in.
The greatest time. Your great times.
Or probably back in the days when I was a little youth growing up.
Yeah.
I couldn't see any old people passing and don't say good morning.
Good morning. Good evening.
I saw me grow up with my grandmother.
Yes.
And I can remember when food wasn't around with some people.
Yeah.
Or put it this way, every evening by 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock, you hear some food at chop up.
Something. Yeah.
And then that evening, that specific evening, you don't hear anything knocking. So you will hear, Mother Auntie, oi, what one? You hear she say, things woke up poko boy. Things woke up poko. A food that I go over fence.
Yes.
And share amongst each other. Them not go again. I remember in the earlier time like now, I can remember a man in boil what I call it now. Him cook a pot of rice and peas.
Yeah.
And the next morning, he might throw the pot of rice and peas in the garbage.
Why?
Because him just eat a little portion out of it, and he not even ask him brother to come partake of some.
No, don't. Oh my gosh, yeah.
So I can remember then when this lady, she have 7 children.
Yeah.
And the next virgin next door have almost 2 children. And when he's buying chicken back, he buy all 7-8 pound of chicken back just to make sure them and
make
the one
sure they
who
are
have the 7
right.
children. And the one who have the 7 children only can buy a pound of chicken back, sometimes half pound. I'm telling you, and you must make it share. And right now, it's switched. That's the man who buy the 7 pound of chicken back for those 3 of them. He can't afford it right now. So it's the next individual now doing the modeling now. I wouldn't say modeling, but using that term. He's the one that preparing eating more food now than the next man that was beside him.
We got to get back to community. Community needs to happen again, where you get to know your neighbor, you get to know those around you, and especially as we move towards this recession, because if you right here can only afford a tin of mackerel, but then the house next door got a bag of rice, y'all got a full meal right there. You know what I mean? So I mean, we need to get back to community. How do people follow you and stay up to date with all things Everton Blender?
Well, right now, them just Google me now.
Pew, 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 bye, bye, bye.
You know, man, every platform. So, you know, who needed Everton Blender will know find Everton Blender. But you don't know the thing going on.
Or he's on stage, because you was just performing last night, I heard. Big stage show.
Yes, I was in Grenada the other day. I know they have a lot of politics going on over there, but the show was nice. Two shows I did over there, and the two shows was nice. The people respect me, honor me, and they needed to see me again, you know, because them say, Everton Blender, your songs.
Timeless.
Your songs do a lot for us. And the ladies, oh my, the ladies, they rush me, man. I want to tell you, you're Phyllis now, you're my wife now. Everton, I hear to the young girl, I'm a rush you up there.
Listen, wifey got a hot pot if you do anything wrong waiting on you when you get home, so you better behave, sir. Behave yourself.
Nikki, let me give you a joke. A serious joke. And I went to this radio station for an interview, right?
Yeah.
And as I reach in the studio, you're one of the radio personalities. Everton Blender, we are say you're in town with a young girl. So the people say, I see Everton Blender in town with a young girl. I'm saying it's my daughter.
What? You know, people always want to do clickbait. Mind your business. If it wasn't your daughter, I would have lied to them. I would have made sure wifey knew it was, you know, what I was doing. But I would have lied. I've been like, yeah, what's the problem? Me look on to you. Hello.
So that's why, you know, we have to keep the things on a level, you know.
Absolutely. And we got to live good and be good to each other. I think that's the biggest thing that we need to do. And in Jamaica, we need to recognize people like you, our veterans, are people who literally paved the way, and around the world, it's synonymous when you think of Jamaica to so many people are your names. You know what I mean? It's not just the island itself. It's the people that really spread the energy of Jamaica. People like you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I hope the government gets on board and all of our veterans like you, all of our legends like you get way more recognition, and you don't have to fly away to see how great you are. You should know just by being where you are. You know what I mean? So that's my wish. That's my wish, Mr. Blender. And you know I love you. I got a bunch of songs, but the ones they sent me, I don't know if you want me to play one of those or Lift Up Your Head. I got Knowledge, Long Hair, Harry, Where's Your Culture? You pick what I'm going to play.
Yeah, play. You can play Where Is Your Culture.
All right, we'll play Where Is Your Culture, the great one. Everton Blender on the line.
I've seen you lost your roses.
That's right, the great one, Everton Blender, is on the line. Yeah, we're late for our commercial break, but he was well worth me being late, so obey. Everton Blender on the line, my dear sir. You are always welcome on the show, and anytime you drop new music, send it right over to me. Send it right over to The Bridge, because you know Richie B, Mama Elise, Kelly, Kurt, Riley, all of us got your back. Papa Jack, Scorpio, Rory Stone Love, we're all here. And all of us love real music, so you know we got you.
Bless up everyone, man. You call a name the Richie B, Jack Scorpio, big up yourself. But it's Richie B.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'm not telling a lie, Nikki. You say the man that introduced me on stage.
Yeah.
Him have a way to introduce me. You know. This man was born in Clarendon, and they don't call any name, and where we do a lot of hits, and his mother named him Everton Williams. And he have a style where him say, AKA, like I say, AKA Boobaroo Blender, something like that. But the man pierce it.
Yeah, he does it perfect.
I love you guys, man. You don't leave me out, man. I love you all.
We
man.
never will.
live up the staff a few people, man. I love you all, man.
Yeah, you're about the culture, and we're about the culture. So it's a perfect union, my dear sir. So until the next time and the next song, whenever you need us, we're here for you. Everton Blender on the line. Don't ever put your head down. Always keep your head high.